So guess what happened? Lydia was so excited. Her big brother is a long-haul truck driver. He doesn't live too far from us, but it's still several hours, and so it's a big deal when she gets to see him. And he's such a great guy. He really is. And so she was so excited he was going to come to our town and do a delivery. And it was possible that he wouldn't get a load, what they call a load, to take back to his direction till the next day. And so she had plans for big parties and all that kind of stuff, but his truck broke down. So here he is. He's trying to diagnose what went wrong. Fortunately, he had pulled up to that warehouse right behind the truck there and was able to get the delivery done when his truck broke and he lost compression, and which means he didn't have brakes or things like that. So he obviously couldn't go anywhere. Another side story here is, see all these tents and stuff? He broke down right in front of all those tents, and I'll get to that here in just a second. So here's some compression tanks. He didn't know what was wrong with his truck. So he knew he lost compression. He didn't know if the tanks had lost compression or if it was a compressor. Here it's pointing to what do they call that? A governor. And he'd been on the phone and somebody told him, hey, just bang on that governor, and sometimes that'll free it up and it'll get those compressors going. Well, that didn't work. So right now he's got a portable compressor. He was going to see if the tanks, if it was a tank problem, if it was a compressor problem. When it all came down to it, he didn't get it going. So I started to say that Lydia had big plans for a party. As it turned out, when they grew up in the country of Georgia, a lot of the people that were there, that were in their church and lived just right on their street, have moved here to our area. So they've got a whole community of people that know each other. So when he comes to town and they have a party, they get several people together, and it's kids that, adults, but as kids, they grew up going to church together, going to school together, playing ball together, running around on the streets, that kind of thing. So it's basically coming to see a bunch of family. And so now here again, we're out in front, where he ended up parking. He fortunately got to pull up on the side of the road there, but there's a bunch of homeless tents and stuff, and I didn't realize that we even had them in our town this much. There were a lot. So anyway, he just wasn't parked in the best part of town, and he couldn't get the truck to move. So the company where he had made his last delivery had told him that it just wasn't a good idea to leave anything in that area because there were so many people around, and they'd had trouble with that before. And so anyway, he stayed with the truck the first night, slept there, didn't sleep too good because it's been hot here too, just sleeping in a hot truck like that. So anyway, it was an adventure for him. He ended up being in town for 2 or 3 days because it took a while to figure out that he couldn't get the problem fixed. Then it took a while to get it towed over to a truck, to the Volvo truck place, but fortunately they were able to get him right in. They got the part in second day and got him up and running. So it eventually worked out. And once we got the truck over to the other place, he felt confident in being he had to stay with his truck during that whole time, but we were able to take him out for lunch and dinner and stuff. So we ended up having a good time. Our waterfront down here is real nice, and so we could take him to the downtown restaurants. We had a good time doing that. He stayed a night with us at our place, and so it turned into a good a good thing after all. But poor guy, he was nervous about his truck. He loves that truck. It's a beautiful truck, and he sure enjoys driving that truck. Well, Lydia wanted to share this story with you, give you a little insight into the excitement she had here for a few days with her brother, and get to share a little bit about him with you too. So hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching.